Okay, everybody. Welcome to June's company update. So we've got a fantastic attendance here in London today. So thank you everybody for turning up. I'm just going to go through all the offices, make sure they're all here. So I won't go individually. Just want to make sure all the US offices are here. So it's Baltimore, San Francisco, New York, Reston, Boston, Chicago, and Denver. Are you all on? Are you all on? We can hear them? They're all muted. They're all muted. Okay, so they're here. So wave your hands in the air if you're there in the US. Cool. There's lots of hands. Cool. So we've got Barcelona and Madrid in Spain, Durban, Johannesburg, and Cape Town, Copenhagen in Denmark, Singapore, Dubai, Mumbai, Seoul, Tokyo, and Tel Aviv. And then obviously we've got all the UK offices. So that's London, Brighton, Reigate, and Warrington. To get hands from Warrington? No, not getting. Can't even see those now because there's so many. So welcome everybody to June's company update. I have the pleasure of giving it today. So Rob's had a tough week. He's been in Cannes all week. So unfortunately he can't make it. But I'm told it's been a fantastic week. I've not been jealous at all. But they've obviously come back with a very nice tan, and they're telling me they've had fantastic meetings. So we're hopeful it's been a fantastic summer for the business. So well done, guys. And but that means you've got me for the company update. So sort of a caveat. I hope I don't say anything inappropriate. If I do, I apologise now. I have been known. So I've put that little disclaimer in now. Welcome everybody. So I thought with me doing the update, the best slide to start with first would be the happiness survey. We've been doing this survey for the last couple of years. It's gone out to everybody. Please fill it out because it's so important for us. We want you to be happy in the role. And if you don't tell us what's great and what's not great, we don't know. So please, it's there in your inbox to fill out if you haven't done it. It's to tell us so we know how we're doing, but it really is totally anonymous. So and we've been asked we want to get it done by June the 26th, and then as soon as we get all the answers together, Lauren and the team will put the survey together and actually share that with everybody. So we share how what the response has been like and what are the key areas that are doing well at, but also the things that we know we need to improve on. So please do it, because without your feedback, we're not going to know. So thank you for that. My favourite section is obviously finance. So how are we doing? So we started the financial year 2019-20. Hopefully everybody knows our financial year is April through to March. So we're in the second month for May. How have we done? So if we look at our targets for the year, we're trying to achieve over 80 million. So 81.5 million is our target for the year. So that's $106 million. So that's our target for the year. That's 45% up year on year. So it's an ambitious goal, but it's something historically we've been able to achieve over 45%. So it's something we really think we can achieve. And you've got the graph there for our plans through the year. And how have we done in May? May, our actual was 5.2 million. That's $6.8 million, and against a target of 5.3. So we're just 2% under in May. So we're close. Fantastic month, but we're really hoping, expecting that to continue to build up through over the coming months through this year. So well done everybody, and I want to thank everybody for the effort in May. So thank you. When we then look at utilization, and I know it's one of those sort of things in any company where sort of one of those things. It's a necessary evil in terms of timesheets, and so a lot of people would love not to have to do them, but it's something. It's so important for us. What's that? Are they all right? Can they hear? Can I hear? Was that Kevin just trying to interrupt?
We're all good. Keep going.
We're good. Okay. Cool. No, they were upset about hearing about timesheets. So our target, our target every month is around this 74.5%. We're still under in terms of what we're actually achieving in terms of utilization, and that's so. Just please, everybody, keep an eye on what you're doing with your time. We're trying to make sure that it's sort of utilized, and that's although it's a small percentage across 700 people, it's a big number, and so for us to hit our targets through this year, it's really important that we think about trying to achieve our utilization targets. So I know it's a bit on the boring side, but it really is a big part of what we're doing in terms of our commercials with clients. So it'd be great if everybody could just sort of think about that in the coming months. But thank you. So new business, this is the lifeblood of our business, because we're not trying to just continue year on year. As a business, we're trying to grow. And the key way to grow is to win great new business. And for the month, what we're doing now is we're representing it globally now, because our global thematic goal is, or thematic goal for the business is to win a global client that's worth $20 million over the next year or so. And so we're trying to think much more globally. And so when we represent our new business now, what we're doing is we're representing what we're winning and showing which country it's being won, but on a much more global view. So for the month of May, we had 37 wins of new business, total net revenue of 1.9 million. So that's $2.4 million in the month. Now, that number, just so you understand that number isn't recognized in the month. That's what we see as a 12-month annualized figure. So just to give you an idea of what that represents for us. And so that would roughly be incrementally on a monthly basis, around 180,000 pounds worth of new business in a month. That's really what that means. So what have we won? So we've had a fantastic win with Deckers in Japan, PPC and consultancy for 700,000 yen. So well done to Toru in Japan, the team. In the States, we've won Depop, ASO mobile, ASO 48K's worth of business on the mobile, and Priceline.com, another ASO, $34,000. So it's one from the UK, but it's US clients. So well done, guys, in the ASO team. Then across here in Spain, we've won Logitravel, GA360 account, 114,000 euros. There's in the UK, BP, fantastic brand, GA360, 92,000. In Israel, first time we've seen an Israeli flag up there. Sort of Il Makaj, New York. I think that's a beauty brand. I clearly don't know. GA360, 78,000. And Damak is it's a huge construction sort of business, builds all the apartments out in Dubai, and that's a great win for Chanel and the team out there. PPC, CRO, paid social, $21,000. So well done, guys, for that. And then there's here back in the UK, Genting Casino, SEO, 50,000. In the States, Indiana University, Bloomington, Analytics 360, $253,000. Freedom Consulting Group, Display Video 360, $113,000. And then GMO Answers. So whole SEO, social, creative, client services, really large, $450,000 over the year. So fantastic wins there. Well done, everybody. We now have Ask Rob has been converted to Ask Chris. And I've had quite a few personal emails sent to me, some questions that weren't part of the Slido basis. And trust me, I'm not answering any of those. So people are trying to catch me out here. So what as everybody knows, we put these questions up and everybody thumbs them up, thumbs them down. And these are the top 3 questions for the month of people wanting to hear what the answer is. So the first question, is there room to evaluate maternity leave? Right now, it is 12 weeks and paternity leave is 1 week. We see ourselves as an extension of Google, but our leave is not up to par. I also know that it can vary by country. 202 people wanted to understand, what are we doing about that? So The key thing around that is it's definitely something that we're looking at. So we have Rosie and Heather in the HR team. They are currently, actually Rosie and Lauren, sorry, they are actually doing a review before that question was even asked, was how do we get a consistent policy towards maternity? And one of the things you have to understand is that from country to country, the legal expectations and requirements are very, very different. But what we're trying to do is work out something so we comply with legally across all the countries, but also a bit more consistency. So there will be some changes over time, but that's something it's going to take a few months to work out exactly what that should look like. But the other part to that question is extension of Google, but our leave is not up to par. One of the things that's really important to understand is it's tough for us as a small privately owned company to be benchmarked against a company like Google. We've got 700 people, they've got 110,000 people. Their revenue per employee is over $1 million per head. So we can't, we could never afford to be delivering the sort of benefits that a company like Google can for all their employees. What we can do though is do the best we can in terms of our financial position as a business. And I've said sort of repeatedly about our business. Our business is nothing without you, the people in our business. And so you're extremely important to us. So we do everything we can to ensure that you feel valued and want to be part of Jellyfish and remain part of Jellyfish. And we see all of these things as making sure that you want to work in Jellyfish and want to continue with us. So please do sort of understand in terms of the comparisons, but also understand we do everything we do, we try to do because we value you. So hopefully that's a good enough answer. If it's not, email me directly. Second question. It's exciting that Jellyfish has acquired 3 businesses within the last 9 months. I wouldn't say exciting, I would say extremely hard. But how do we make sure that everyone in the organization is educated in what the companies do? This would improve the knowledge, but fundamentally the upsell and cross-sell within the business. Great question. 146 people were interested in the answer to this. And it's one of the things we're learning and growing as a business ourselves. So, we're treading a path we've never trodden before. So, we're not always going to get it right. And one of the things with these acquisitions is every acquisition is different. You can't have a boiler template to sort of what you're going to do and be successful. One of the things with what we have done when after ASO joined, James did a talk about one of the Jellyfish talks, a talk about ASO and what they do. And what we're going to do is make sure those sort of things are videoed and are included within Gladys so people can go to those things. And also there's a bit more about sort of internal information using Bloom, so helping everyone understand as these new companies come on board why we've done that and what it's adding to the business. So that's our plans and intentions. There's going to be some again, more talks specifically. So recently we've had Latitude join the business. So Rick and his team, we'll be asking Rick to do a sort of a presentation that will be available for everybody to understand a bit more about what Latitude are, because now they're Jellyfish UK North. So that's really important. And so hopefully that will help us be a bit better about making sure you all understand what that business is and why we've acquired it. Okay. Third question. About 2 months ago, we had a series of conversations globally around diversity and inclusivity in the workplace. We haven't had any feedback on any initiatives or any new policy yet that may come from it. May I ask when we can expect some feedback? And that's from Brian. 152 people asked that question. Or wanted to hear the answer to that question. And here's some of the key answers. And one of the things about diversity inclusion is it's an area that is genuinely sort of one of our high points within our agenda items within our board now as a business. It's important. Any successful business needs to ensure that diversity and inclusivity is taken very, very seriously and we have done historically, but we've actually raised its profile within how we're thinking as an organization. And to just talk about things we're doing right now. So we're just about to send out a diversity survey to everybody to get everybody's views about who you are, how you feel about it, what you feel we're good at, and what you feel we could improve on. So that's about to go out to everybody. So and that will give us hopefully a better picture and a better understanding of how diverse a sort of population of people we have in our team. So that's the first thing. The second thing is we're forming a global committee of ambassadors around the core offices, and that team will then be our ambassadors, and will help ensure that this as an agenda is permanently kept up as its level of importance. And then the third thing is we've created a new email alias specifically for communication around it. So again, just making it so it's being treated like a lot of the other important topics within our business. So they're the short-term things we're doing. The long-term things, and this is something that I think hopefully everybody can understand, is that it's not a short-term fix. And a lot of things around the diversity is it's not just a business challenge, it's a social challenge. And we're taking it very seriously. But when you look at talent and recruitment strategy, one of the key areas we want to see improvement in our organisation is focus on female leadership. It's something we've been talking about for the last 12 months, and we've had a range of activities, events, individuals that we're sort of working with to help improve that. But it's something that we want to continue to improve on and ensure that over the next 5 years. And this is why we talk about it being medium and long term. It's not a short-term fix, but I'm hoping that there'll be dozens of individuals, females specifically, in this organisation today that will be part of the senior team over the coming years, and that's very much our hope and intention. And so we're going to be working hard to ensure that we can deliver on that. And then the last thing is we've been talking to the last month or so to a few diversity consulting partners to actually have an external body that can help enable we get a certification, and that we're actually sort of benchmarked against other organizations, and so we can ensure that we're doing the very latest things we should be to ensure we're sort of almost compliant with diversity inclusivity. So that's our long-term things. So hopefully that's a real positive message. It's definitely something that's important to us, and we'll be seeing all of these things happening in the short term, medium, and long term. So cool. Latest news. South Korea is DV certified. So this is absolutely awesome news. So back in October, I introduced when we opened up the South Korean office, Vincent joined, and I said to the whole business how proud I was of seeing Vincent walking around in the Shard, and feeling like part of Jellyfish. And here we are, sort of 9 months later, and he's got a team, and he's now fully certified on the Google Marketing Platform. Fantastic results. It's been a lot of challenges on the way. Google have moved the goalpost for us to achieve that certification, but it's in terms of time frame, it's our APAC's first certification. And huge shout outs to Vincent, Inwon, Chris Mooney, Gez, and Tristan for helping achieve that. So well done, everybody. The interesting thing is now there's a race to get for Toru to get Japan certified, for Alap and in India. So that's a lot is going to hopefully be happening in the next few months around this. But well done to the South Korean team. Okay, so next news, Bissell. So for those of you who don't know, Bissell is the largest organization dealing with home cleaning products in the US. So it's number one floor care company, as they describe it. So fantastic picture there of Meryl, Jim, Mario, and Arden, who've worked really, really hard on this account. It's for paid social, PPC, display, media planning. Jim still hasn't got the contract signed, but it's a great picture. So no pressure, Jim. I need that contract. But they had a great event. It's one of the interesting things about Bissell is they're really trying to reinvent in a sector in terms of it's all about pets, and we're getting involved in that sort of digital campaign really heavily. And the guys went to a Pet Foundation's fundraiser, but hopefully we're going to see as an organisation, a lot of you will be involved in that campaign. So it's a great account, phenomenal brand in North America. So well done to the guys. This is really great news. So this is a new office. So they're Chicago, Illinois. Bailey is as of the 1st of July is opening up a new Jellyfish office in Chicago. We're going to start in the WeWork Fulton Market office. She started with the JFA, and she's done phenomenally well through the paid media team, and she's now a senior account manager. Been working with Alex Kukic, and so for me, really proud of seeing her progress and how her confidence that she's going to go out there and actually help start out that new office. So really exciting. I was myself and James Parker had the privilege of spending a couple of days with her in Chicago, and I can tell you it didn't look as nice and sunny as that when I was there. It was a lot colder and a lot windier, but really exciting. And having a Jellyfish office in Central North America is a big milestone for us. So well done, Bailey. Okay, so we weren't content with just one office. We're now opening a second office, and so this great story. John and Maria, they decided they wanted to move to Denver. They want to have a bit more of the sort of the outdoor lifestyle as individuals, and they approached Kevin and said, "We're going to move out to Denver." And Kevin was like, "Okay, let's open up an office." And he called me. He said, "Should we do this?" I'm like, "Oh my God, yeah, no, yes, no." And we've talked about it a lot. And bizarrely, actually, last time I stayed in Denver, I actually stayed in a hotel that overlooked a building called the Burger Building. So I don't know whether he's actually from there really, but might be why he likes it. But it was just. It's fantastic again. So as of 1st of July, we're going to have an office in Denver, where John and Maria are going to start it. But we will hopefully over the next 12 months add team to that and sort of create a really decent office in Denver. So I mean, if you think about 2 years ago, we opened up our office in San Francisco, and there's currently over 25 people in that office in less than 2 years. So it can definitely happen. So, but well done, John and Maria. IT and operations. This is one of those things. It's a tad boring, but it really impacts everybody. It's not having Wi-Fi is worse than not having electricity. I know the minute you go to a new hotel or your new house, the first thing you do is just get Wi-Fi sorted. And we've been having a few Wi-Fi issues in Baltimore and Brighton over the last couple of weeks. Key reason is people end up unplugging and then replugging in an Ethernet cable, doing everything. They're doing it for the right reason. Unfortunately, the way our system is set up, often if you do it wrong, it creates a loop that it no longer works as an internet and talks to everything. It just keeps going in a circle. And then what happens is nobody knows that somebody's moved that cable. And I think the IT team can spend a few hours trying to isolate which cable has done it. It's really annoying. And I know it's never done without intention. So the key ask here is, please don't plug cables in yourself. Get the IT team there to do it. And if you do, because nobody's around, they have to, then you please let them know you've done that. But that's sort of definitely the second option. But fundamentally, contact the help desk, and they'll assist judgment free. Okay, so it's just a heads up. They said judgment free. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure. But that's So it's one of those housekeeping things, and it's one of those things you would never believe, that just unplugging one Ethernet cable can take down a whole office. But that is actually what's happened. So it's really just awareness. But thanks for that. Exciting thing in the States this week is .com is here. It's jellyfish.com. So we've had it over here the last couple of weeks. Went through that migration. Everyone's moving their single sign-on from jellyfish.co.uk or Jellyfish Group to .com. In the US, everyone's moved from jellyfish.net to jellyfish.com. So really exciting time for that with our global business. I feel much happier now, having paid a fortune to a horrible broker to get the .com email address. I don't know, hands up, does anyone know the story of how we got the .com email address? No? Okay, so Ashley, I can blame Ashley. But basically, between Ashley, myself, and Rob, we had to negotiate with an absolute highway robber. He originally wanted $500,000 for the jellyfish.com URL. Between Ashley, myself, and Rob, we wore them down. Took it a while. Took us about a year almost, I think, from conversations, and we ended up getting it for about $150,000. So still a huge sum of money, but I think it's phenomenal value for what we're doing as a business. So and what's really cool is seeing everybody has a .com email address. So my ask, please use it. I don't want to see any of these .nets or .cos anymore. I want to see .coms. So, but no, so really cool. And if you're experiencing issues, please contact the help desk. And again, there's no judgment from them. So they tell me. Is that right? Cool. Okay, so an exciting thing about sort of within the process, and we love a good process here in Jellyfish, Salesforce. So Salesforce is getting more and more involved in what we do as a business, and what we're starting to use it for our pricing and contract processes. So this week, Jen, Nick, that we've been using with Spring Count, I think, are the consultants. We're just we're working with them to use Salesforce so we can automate the process and be a much slicker, sort of from discussing it, quote, to order, to sort of fulfillment within that contract process. So something should be, it's a sort of, again, it's a tightly sort of a bit of a boring subject in some ways, but actually in terms of us being the organization we want to become, really important. So really excited to see that happen, and good luck with the team getting that working. Drive updates. So everyone should have seen the drives, and they've now changed their name from being Team Drive to Share Drive. And so we've got a global marketing collateral drive where you can find case studies, pages, one-pagers, brand assets, and there's an IT drive where you can retooled and updated frequently asked questions and what have you. Please take a look at it. Get yourself familiar with it, because that area is really important for us now, and it's it really is our central repository. And what's great about it is it's cloud-based, so you can access it wherever you want to be. And if you are unfortunate enough to have your laptop stolen, which occasionally somebody might have, now not that I'm still bitter about it, but what's awesome is that even you can literally pick up a different laptop instantly and get all of that data. So make sure everything's in the cloud. It works really well. I would just to sort of let everybody aware what's going on. Marketing news. Okay, so we've now moved away from all the sort of the individual handles, social handles between the different countries. So we're now Facebook at Jellyfish Global, Instagram at Jellyfish Global, Twitter at Jellyfish Global. If please update all your social media profiles and make sure you're using those. They're the ones to sort of to follow the organization, and it's helping us get a much more global sort of view of and us and individually, so we can see what's going on across all the organizations. So just let everybody know that's happening. Anything interesting, contact the marketing team at jellyfish.com with any content ideas, because it's always interested in great ideas, something we're doing with a client, things you think would be other people would be interested in. Please share it with the marketing team. They'd love to hear, and and get it out socially. So we've had a really busy month on some of the marketing things. The A View On series that was sort of developed by Kevin and Christina and the team in the US last year. We've been rolling those out across Europe. So on June the 6th in Copenhagen, Denmark, we had Charlotte, Binet, Ed Bull, Ed Bottelbank, Ollie, Tristram, and Steve Warrington. They held a really cool event, 35 guests, Carlsberg, Velux, Copenhagen Airport, Nordea. I couldn't even say that before. Gindel. So that's clearly a Danish company. But it was really good. 35 guests. The Google team there were really impressed about who were there. And what's great about the View On material is it's really strong material because we've been using it for the last sort of 18 months, and we'll just keep refining it. So great event, but well done to the team. Well done, guys. There's Alap there. I thought he was lecturing at university, but he's not. He's in Mumbai doing a digital masterclass at the end of 31st of May. He presented Nescafe's Dolce Gusto case study to the Google invited marketeers. He was really, really pleased with the attendance, great engagement. He reckons he's got 2 leads and some fantastic FaceTime with the Google marketing team, Cloud for Marketing, and the Ad Data Hubs team. So, really helping to sort of establish a presence there in India. So well done, Alap. And I should mention, shout outs need to go to Brad, Gavin, and Chris Mooney, because they all got involved in that event. Then in South Africa, Cape Town, Johannesburg, June the 6th, and Cape Town on June the 4th. We had Driving Digital Maturity. It was a co-hosted event for Google Marketing Platform with DQ&A. So in South Africa, DQ&A is our core competitor. And so, but Google are really sort of putting us up against them. And so, this is, I think it's the second event we've done it in conjunction with DQ&A. But again, really good event, 32 attendees, and it's just helping push the whole message of what we're doing with the Google Marketing Platform. Shout outs to Caitlin, Daniel Smulovich, Mo, Marius, Lewis, and Ross Makepeace. So well done, guys. And then here's a great event, the Programmatic Punch in New York. Mario participated in a panel on a pros and cons of in-housing. Now, I don't know if you can see, but it actually took place inside a ring. So that picture there. So I was just disappointed Mario didn't have his boxer shorts and gloves on. But it was talking about in-housing, and it's such a topical thing. If you read half the content from Cannes this week, it's in-housing is the #1 topic. Every brand is talking about it, and so it's important that we've got a view on it, and we're actually engaging and sort of making sure that brands understand we know about it. We can help with that. So well done, Mario, for taking part in that. So one of the things I was conscious of is that with Claire leaving the business almost 2 months ago now, is what does the HR team look like? And there's definitely some comments, because Claire was a very sort of large character person. She's very, very strong, and everyone got to know Claire very, very quickly in the short space of time that she was here. And so what I wanted to do was just make sure everybody understands who's in the HR team, and we've had a few additions. So Heather Ainsworth joined the business to help support the team. She's covering EMEA and APAC. She's based down in Brighton. Sophie, which you would have seen recently, that she had a baby, so she's currently on maternity leave. Then there's Lauren covering EMEA, and Rosie, who joined, based here in London. So she's covering EMEA. Then we've got in South Africa, Kerry Matheson. So Kerry was actually in London all this week, or London and Reigate, but she's covering EMEA and APAC, based in Durban. And then we've got Sarah Collingwood, based in Reigate, covering EMEA. And then the US, we've got Lauren Gambler and Emily Dale covering the US teams. So we've got 8 fantastic individuals that are really helping on all of our HR issues and sort of plans. And one of the things that we're looking to try and sort of do it more of is about the people, for those people being the people helping support you in the organization. So I just wanted to make sure you knew who they were, and they're always keen to help. So please just sort of, if you need anything from an HR perspective, do approach them. They'd love to hear from you. So that's the HR team. Then we've got a recruitment team. So headed up in Europe by Jen, and then we've got Katie and Chloe, and they all cover the EMEA side for recruitment. And what's great, and it's a real challenge for them, but they're doing really, really well, is from the UK, they're helping recruitment in Singapore, in India, in Japan, in South Korea. So they're doing a fantastic job, but they're all based out in Reigate. Then we've got Craig who joined, and he's covering all of the US, and he's supported by Molly. And we've seen really real success with Craig having an in-house recruiter over the last year. So Craig's doing a fantastic job, well supported by Molly. And then we've got a learning development team. So learning development, as everyone knows, we're trying to make sure that it's a real, sort of important thing for us, and we're making available as much learning development we can for you as individuals. It's led by Rachel for the global responsibility. We've got Molly's twin sister, Molly, from the HR team, also involved in learning development. This is the new thing. She's getting involved in that this year. So really excited to see Molly getting involved with that for the US, and then supported by Lauren. So it's a great team. And all sort of what I'll just ask is, if you do need anything, please, you can speak to me, but you can also speak to all of those teams for those areas. So just wanted to make sure everyone knew who they were. But thank you. Okay. Talking about learning development. So this is what we've got. This is the training calendar for the next couple of months. There's a load of Jellyfish talks. We've got LGBTQ plus awareness. And then we've got some talks on the importance of sign language. They're both on the June the 26th. We've got JFL module. The JFA modules have begun, so that they're actually, and first time we've done it, we actually opened those modules to everybody. So this particularly obviously impacts the US, but you can also get involved in them from the UK via Hangout. But that's something that started now. The JFA, we had a big group of, I think it was 14 individuals started this on Monday. So really exciting to see, and it would definitely be busy in the Baltimore office with 14 new people. But so welcome to the new JFA. But it just means that everybody, some of those modules. So if you're interested in that, speak to the learning development team, and they'll share with you the timetable over the next few weeks. So you can, if there's anything you want to sort of to learn up on. And then we've got mental health first aid training in the UK in July, and in August we're looking at a whole new line management curriculum to help support the business. As we were analysing it with 700 people, we've got 200 line managers in the organisation now, which is really cool. But it's like, how do we make sure that everybody's well equipped to do that? So we're looking to make sure that everyone feels really sort of confident and comfortable with that part of their responsibility. And if you want to find out any more about it, email learning@jellyfishgroup.com. Thanks. Okay, and then in terms of how we're doing, one of the things that that I've asked Rachel to do is what's the engagement like? Because it's really important that we're offering the training, but we want to make sure that individuals are using it, adopting it. And so what's been cool is so far 150 courses have already been completed since we started tracking them at the beginning of the year. So that's And that's not courses being done, that's actually completed. So that's really cool. We've actually, in terms of hardcore cash for getting time used, we've literally spent over £45,000 in the last couple of months on training. And so, so that's going to be a sizable budget over a 12-month period. But that's been invested, and that's staff qualifications and courses as well. So, if there's something you're interested in, please do reach out to the team, because if you're interested in it and it's really relevant to your role, we'll do all we can to help that. And if you have any, and Rachel's put, if you have any idea for new content or learning to go on the learning development team, again, please share that to the learning development team, because they really want to hear from you. Thank you. Bonusly. So I don't know how many people know, but Bonusly, the person that put forward Bonusly was Daniel Wilkinson. So you've all got Daniel Wilkinson to thank for all your Bonusly points and vouchers you get. So it was something Daniel really wanted us to adopt. We'd never heard of it at the time. And what's great is it gets fantastic engagement across the business. And if you're looking at this in May, 80% of you gave bonuses, which is great level. And then 93% received bonuses. And just so you know, I think I'm one of those 7%, because I didn't get any. No, but it's fantastic. I mean, I love giving out the Bonusly points. I'm a definite sucker for a good GIF. So's Kinlock, obviously. And Steve Slade there, he gave 200 points, Take All My Points award to Chris Caldwell. Incredible work, sharing the #passion with a work experience joiner and picking up the task at such short notice. Star. And it's fantastic when you see those, so I'd recommend everybody keep that feed on your computer and just sort of look at what's going through, because it's really nice, it's really encouraging seeing some of the things that go through, and great. And obviously, and then Kinlock, 10 points. He obviously didn't have many points that month. But for jumping straight into a client meeting on a Thursday, #positivity. And I think people really appreciate it. So please, it's great engagement now, and I'd love to see, even more engagement. Charity updates. So, part of us as a growing business, the charity and being a responsible business, and us as responsible people, the charity thing is really important for us. So we've got our range of charities. So in the US, over the last year, we've had the Ullman Foundation, total raised $11,000 for the year. Great effort. They've cycled, donated holiday gifts, cheered for Jim, me and Kevin for an epic cupcake eating contest. There's actually video proof of that. I did miserably. I think I ate one, but I did it very, very nicely, like an English person would. Jim managed to eat about 10, and Kevin drank all his champagne and had 2 cupcakes, I think. But it was actually pre-runner to Jellyfest last year, and I don't know if everyone knows, but the Jellyfest in the US is this afternoon. So everyone in the US will be getting excited. Yeah, I think they've only got an hour or so to go, and they're off to the Jellyfest. But we did that. So $11,000, great to see, and I think everyone was really, sort of supporting young adults impacted by cancer. So well done to the US team. Now for this year, the US team have voted for ASPCA, the American Society for Prevention and Cruelty to Animals, helping vulnerable animals and keeping pets safe. It's a national organisation, so all the offices can engage. And so that's the charity of the year, and it's like, can the US raise more than what they raised last year? That's their challenge. So it'd be great to see how that goes. Jellyfish stars. So, Jimmy, awards. So what's happened just literally in this last month, with Latitude joining, becoming our UK North office. They actually did a fantastic project with L&C Mortgages called Project Carrot, and it's won the Drum Digital Advertising Award for Finance Professional Services, UK Content Awards, with a special shout out to Emma Rose, James Pedler, Ed Turner, and Rob Philbin up in North. So well done, guys. Really cool. So phenomenal project. And as of literally last night, it won the European Search Awards Most Innovative Campaign, the Jellyfish Global, for the L&C Mortgages for the Project Carrot campaign. So again, well done. So movers, what's happened this month? We've had a few people change roles. Darian David, he started off as a paid media ops exec out in South Africa, and he's become an IT support trainee. So welcome to IT support, Darian. I hope you enjoy it. Now, what we've actually done, so with the IT team, so we're a lot of the first line support now is being handled by the South African team. So we've got, I think we've got four or five people now in South Africa handling that. So Darian's being part of that team. Two other movers, Nicole O'Toole here in the UK, previously sort of running the front desk here at the Shard. She's now support executive, and Nicole was a researcher, and that role, she did a lot of researching for Ember Restaurant, mainly for a lot of work with Rob for his restaurant. She's now a display executive. So welcome to those changes, girls. Great slide this. Again, really proud to see this. So those of you know Gesler, Gesler's there. Gesler, stand up. I wouldn't do that to you. No. So Gez joined us. Not sort of. Trying to think how long ago now? Is it just come up to almost 2 years? So when Gez joined, we were sort of our programmatic approach to programmatic was we talked a great game. I'm not sure our operations was as strong underneath, and Gez came and really helped ensure that what we did was really robust, and it's been great to see. She's really pulled the team together, and as we've become global, she's been really sort of instrumental in ensuring that we're doing it consistently across the globe. So really great. She's promoted to head of display and paid media operations. So well done, Gez. There's a load of promotions. So forget, I won't spend as much time on everybody, but I'll just go. So Ingrid Perez, Associate Media Director. Well done, Ingrid. Katie Frager has been promoted to Account Manager. It's in the States. Jenny Crook, have been promoted to Head of Performance at ASO. And Duncan Shin's now Motion Design Lead. Well done, Duncan. So in the US, we've got Ellie's become Senior Account Manager. Next one, Nanette is heading up our Help Desk Team Lead. Well done, Nanette. And that was part of what I talked about earlier about the South African sort of leading the first line support across the whole business. And Barley's now paid media ops specialist. And Nikita is senior paid media operations specialist. And then here, so these are all part of my finance team, Lisa's finance team. Always great to see. So Katie Woodhams, she after traveling for 6+ months, she's back, and she's been promoted to senior finance associate. Go on, Katie. Beth Day, senior finance associate. Emma Clayton, senior finance associate. And then Rebecca, finance associate. So well done. And then in the US, we've got Holly White, senior display specialist. James Rapazzo, data scientist, and he's moved to New York all in one go. So well done, James. Mike Verney, now senior director for paid search, based out in New York. And Jenny Ling, paid search specialist. Well done, Jenny. You're here. Woo! And more in the US, we've got Kendra as operations director. She's done a fab job helping Jim and Kevin with all the sort of the finance and numbers for what the US are doing. So well done, Kendra. Jose, now lead data engineer in the UK. Kavashan, analytics executive in South Africa. And Francois, analytics executive in South Africa. Well done. See, there's so many promotions. This is why nobody could get quite what I said for Gez, so I apologize. But we've got Armando, analytics executive in Spain. So well done, Armando. Kate Gibbs, promoted to senior project manager. Philippa Kai, senior account manager in the UK. Ollie Roche, account manager for ASO. Good, always good. Like to see the noise at the back there. And Sophie Williams, senior paid search manager. Boom, that's it. So what I want to say is just end this. Thanks. Great to see all those promotions. Love seeing that. Well done to everybody. Have a great evening here in the UK. Thanks everybody in South Africa, Spain for staying. In the afternoon, US, have a fabulous Jellyfish. Sorry I can't be there. Enjoy it. Thank you. And have a great weekend.